Hi everybody, this is Tom Stubbs and I'd like to welcome you to my very first episode of the state of real estate, basically what's been going on in the greater Portland, Oregon real estate market. I call this first episode, I'd like to call it Cash is Not King. Basically, I think there's a lot of stuff out in the media right now where everyone's thinking with all these multiple offers and this crazy buyer's market that the majority of the sales that are going on are actually cash. So what I did is I took two different comparisons. I'm looking at January through February 2016, and I'm comparing that against the same period in 2011. So to give you an idea, here's like kind of a little bit of a chart, and you can see basically back in 2011, that was about the worst market we've had. And now if you look at 2016, it's kind of way up there. So what's the difference? I mean, how many sales are really cash that we're seeing in today's market? So I ran the numbers, and what I looked for was residential sales that occurred during the months of January and February. So if we look at 2016 so far, there's been 3,395 sales compared to 2011, not near as much, 2,085. Okay, simple. Huge improvement here. Now let's take a look at the amount of cash sales. So far this year, we have 677 cash sales, or basically 19.9%. Now, a lot of people would think that it's going to be a lot higher this year because the market's been so crazy busy and there's been all these offers going on. But the reality, if you go back to 2011, for the same period, there was 544 sales that were cash, of which makes basically 26%. More. Conventional financing. 2,071, which is 61%, versus 891, which was 43%. And when we look at FHA and VA financing and compare those two, basically we had 433 and 129 for FHA and VA. That was about 16.5%. And then for the other period, for 2011, we had 465, 87, which is about 26%. So really, this is where we're seeing the biggest change. Right now, there's far few properties that are basically selling FHA and VA. It's a drop of almost 10%. But the majority of that has switched up to conventional financing, definitely not cash financing. So a huge difference. So a lot of people might say, well, there's certain areas of town that are having a lot more cash sales. So the inner southeast, northeast, and north neighborhoods are some of the hottest neighborhoods right now. So people would assume that maybe those are the ones that are having all those cash sales. Well, I looked at the numbers for 2016 so far. There was a total of 886 sales that occurred in north, northeast, southeast for 2016. There were a total of, 611 back in 2011. The difference here is there was 24% of those were cash sales so far this year, so it is more than the overall market. But when we look back to 2011, their number was 29%. So it's really not that big of a difference. So I think that we're seeing a lot of this in the media where everybody's talking about how everything that's selling is cash, and if you're not a cash buyer, you really can't compete. And I just want people to realize that's not true. Only about 20% of the sales in the overall market right now for residential resale properties are cash. And that is actually less than what we had back in 2011. Sorry this video is a little bit long. It's my first one, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Cash is not king. If you ever have any questions about real estate, give me a call, Tom Stubbs at RE/MAX. Have a great day. Bye.